Let's do it. Okay, so start lying down. If you don't have a mat, that's totally fine. That actually probably makes it easier for you, just so that you don't have to keep recentering yourself. Just make sure you're on some kind of a surface that is sort of soft and padded. And we're gonna do it. Okay, just to get you warm a little bit to start with in your back, bend your knees with your feet on the floor and just take your arms out to the sides and let your knees just gently tilt from side to side. So start with your knees towards camera and then away. So that's what I'll be saying instead of right and left, so that in case you guys are on a different side as me, it's either going to be your camera side or your far side. And come back. Go one more time, just letting those knees fall side to side. And then come back through center. And then lift your legs up to a tabletop position. This is going to be a little more intense, but the same idea. Let your knees rock from one side to the other. And do a level of twisting that really feels okay on your body. If you want to go all the way to the floor, you can. But if it's your first movement of the day, that is a big, big twist for the back. We'll go one more time, side to side. And to the back. Come right back to center. Put your feet down about hip width apart. Take your arms up to the ceiling and all the way overhead. Roll your hips up so that you're in kind of a big arch here. You can really let it go so you're not connecting into your abdominals yet at this point. Just consider it a nice big stretch. Reach to the heels of your hands and then roll your back down. Once your tailbone touches, lift your arms, curl up your head and shoulders, reach towards your ankles. And then lift your arms, do the whole thing again, rest your head down, curl your hips up, and give me a big, big front body opener. You should feel like your glutes are working, but your hip flexors are stretching. And then roll right back down. Curl your head and shoulders up like you're reaching towards your ankles. Third time, come on up with the arms, that is, and then up with the hips. Push your heels into the floor, reach the heels of your hands back as far as you can, so you can get one more inch of lift out of those hips. And then roll your back down. We'll go right into the 100. Lift your arms, tuck your knees in. Your head and shoulders curl up, so just the tips of your shoulder blades are on the mat. And then stretch your legs out to a diagonal. Start to pump your arms up and down. Take a big breath in through your nose. And a big breath out through your nose. We're doing 10 total, so you have 9 more. Big breath in. And big breath out. Squeeze your heels together really tightly so you feel the whole inseam of your legs firing. And breathe out. We've got about 6 more to go. Big breath in. If that's going well, you can try lowering your legs. And really, you can get your legs as low as you can, as long as your rib cage stays heavy, because that tells you you're in your abdominals. You shouldn't feel like your low back is loading or feeling strained. Go 3 more sets. And keep reaching through your fingertips, but maintain an open chest. Last 2. Drive your stomach in. Last time. Keep squeezing those heels together. And hold it. Flex the heels of your hands. Curl up 1 more inch if you can. And then bend your knees and rest. Hold behind your thighs and rock up to sit. We'll do a little low back opener here. So your feet are just casually separated, and take your hands once again right behind the back of your knees, kind of wide with the elbows, and then keep your hands where they are, keep your feet where they are. Roll your lower back down towards the mat. So you'll go as far as you can until your arms are straight, and then push your stomach in and round back up. And sit tall when you get to the top. Go again. Curl from your hips so that you really get almost like the shape of a wheel in your pelvis, a wheel rolling backwards, and then round over your stomach. Sit tall. One more time, curl from the hips to go back. This time, go back a little bit further so that your fingertips do start to slide. A little further still, and then lift your arms to the ceiling, flex your feet, glue your legs together. Take your arms overhead and we'll go into the roll up. So arms go first, round all the way forward towards your feet and hold the stretch. Pulse deeper into the stretch 2 more times. 2 and 1, roll back, one bone at a time, return your head, return your arms. Go again, round up. Exhale forward, pulse 3, go deeper 2, go deeper 1. Roll back, bending through your lower back. Touch your head, go 2 more times, up and forward. Go 3, 2, 1, roll back. Last time, here we go. Keep those legs tightly together. Reach 3 and 2 and 1, roll back and lie down. All right, so I'm moving myself a little bit. The next exercise is a breakdown of a more advanced exercise. So eventually we'll get to the roll over, but today you're just practicing a lift of your hips. So push into your arms and take your legs back a little bit, lift your hips a little bit, and come back down. So it's a light, gentle swing. Yep. Go again, press into your arms to lift your hips and roll back down. This is all we're doing today, but do 4 more. Lift your hips and control the return. And 3, and control the return. Find your tailbone, last 2. And last time. Once your tailbone lands, leave your camera side leg up. Your other leg goes to the floor and we'll circle. So cross to the back, keeping this hip down. Circle your leg around and come right back up. Go 4 more times, staying perfectly still in your torso and pushing down into your left heel. Last 2. And last time. Reverse. Only circle so wide as you can keep your hips square. Circle around, cross, come back up. 4 more times. And 3. Keep your shoulders heavy, keep your supporting heel down 2. And 1, hold, bend your knee and just change legs. Sweep the other leg up. Same thing, so you're using your back leg, but as you cross towards camera, that back hip stays anchored. Sweep your leg around and come up. 4 more times. And remember, keep pushing down into your supporting leg. Last 2. And last time. Reverse, open, circle around and come up. 4 more. Keeping those hips still, push back into the back of your shoulders so your chest stays open. I think that was 5. Let's do 1 more just to be sure. Hold there, bend your knee. This time, tuck your other knee in, grab behind your legs and rock up to sit, and we'll go rolling like a ball. So for rolling like a ball, you have a couple of options. You can hold behind the knees. If you want to increase the challenge, pull your heels in tight. Rock back just a hair and lift your feet so you've cut your balance without your feet on the floor. Then rock to your shoulder blades and come right back up without losing your balance. Go again, rock back, keep your heels in tight, come back up. Good. So what you want to keep yourself from doing is a big kick in the legs. You don't want to lengthen the knees when you're backwards. Keep them really, really bent. Go 3 more. And 2. And 1. Inhale back, exhale up. Let's do a bonus one just for fun. Rock back, come right back up and hold. Stretch your left leg out. Not left, your back leg. Keep your shin in tight. Roll back, keeping that back leg where it is. Don't let it swing with you. Now, try to come up, same thing, without moving your back leg. Push your shin into your grip. Try 2 more. Rock back, your straight leg stays out there. Come back up. Last time. Come back up, hold. Try to switch legs. So you're pulling your back shin in. Your front leg is straight. Pick a spot in space. And don't let your toe move away from that spot. Roll back. Come right back up. Go 2 more. Rock back, keeping that leg straight. Push your shin into your hands to come up. Last time, rock back. Come right back up. Now you can rock back and hold. We'll go right into your single leg stretch. Pull your knee in twice. Switch. Front leg and back. Back, front, front, back, back, front, front. Go 3. Keep your chest up high, 2. Elbows wide. Last time. And just take a break. Sometimes all this ab work can get a little tiring even on your neck. That's not abnormal. Your neck needs to get strong too, but you definitely don't want to do all of your lifting with your head. So grab your shins in, use your arms to help you if you need to. Pull yourself up so your shoulder blades are off the mat. This is double leg stretch. Inhale, reach your arms one way and your legs the exact opposite. Exhale, circle your arms around, squeeze your knees in tight. Go again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come back in. Go 3 more. Keep your chest up when you extend out. Come in. And 2, drive your waist in. Bring your knees back home. Last time. Come around and rest. All right. So we're not going to do the full series of 5 for the abs. We just did 1 and 2. We're going to skip 3 and 4 and go right to 5, which is crisscross. So take your hands, one palm over the other, behind your neck. Curl up your head and shoulders, and you're going to twist to the camera while you stretch your other leg straight. Try to bring your whole armpit across, not just your elbow, and then twist to the back. Hold here. Feel your bottom shoulder lifting, but your opposite armpit reaching towards that knee. And switch. And switch. Let's go 5 and 5. Keep your shoulders off the mat. Go 3 and 3 and 2. And 2, stretch your straight leg really straight and rest. Grab behind your legs, rock up to sit. This is spine stretch forward where your legs go wide. This is where, Linda, you'll want to sit on a little block. So the idea is your legs are slightly wider than your mat. Sit tall with your arms outstretched and feel as though your whole lower back is being like pulled up out of your hips. Take an inhale and lift your back as tall as you possibly can. On your exhale, start to round forward with your head and your whole upper back rounds towards the floor. But meanwhile, you've kept your abdominals really scooped back. And then roll back up to sit tall where you came from. And exhale, stay there. Go again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round forward. Feel like the top of your head is being pulled towards the floor. Release your upper shoulders. Keep your feet flexed. And then roll back up to sit taller than you were when you started. 2 more. Inhale where you are. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, stay there. Last time, keep those feet flexed. Inhale, sit. Exhale, round forward, reach through your fingertips, but relax your upper shoulders, and then push the floor away with your legs to roll up, and exhale, release. Let's go open leg rocker, so you'll scoot towards the front edge of your mat, reach between your knees, and grab your ankles. As we get into position, you can let your hands slide down a little bit if you don't have the stretch. Ideally, be here at your ankles. If you need to be here at your calves or here at your thighs, that works too. So here we go. Keep your arms straight. Keep your belly hollow. Inhale, rock back to your shoulder blades. Exhale, come right back up. It's a tricky one. Inhale, go back, and then push your legs forward into your grip to help you come up. Try 3 more. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Don't let your neck touch. Don't let your head touch. Just the tips of your shoulders on that way back. Last time, inhale back. Exhale, come right back up and hold it. Squeeze your legs together. Let's try one like that. Same thing, feet together. Arms have to stay straight. Rock back on your inhale. Come right back up. One more just for fun. Inhale back. Push your legs forward. Come up. Let go. And then lower your legs back to the mat for saw. So your legs are wide and open again. I'm gonna scoot back just so you can see me. Flex your feet hard and they can get a little wider now. For now, take your hands behind your neck. You're gonna twist towards the camera, keeping your feet in the exact same spot, and then bend forward like you're trying to reach your back elbow right to the floor between your knees. Inhale, increase your twist on the way up. Exhale, come center. Go to the back, twist first, and then round forward. Try to get your front elbow right to the floor between your knees. Once it gets there, open your other elbow all the way up to the ceiling. Roll up, sit tall, come center. Back to the first direction, twist and round. Open up that top elbow. Come up and center. Again, twist and down. Come up and center. Changing it up a little bit, twist. Now this time, take your arms straight. Bring your front hand to the back of your shin or your pinky toe and try to push yourself into a deeper twist as you lower your shoulder back down. So you're really using the back of that hand to twist your body. Roll all the way up, come center, to the back, twist, round, reach past your foot or your shin, whatever helps you get a good grip, and press your body into a deeper twist. Roll up, sit tall. One more time to the front, twist. Round and press. Let your bottom shoulder get low. Keep opening your palm of your free hand. Come up and center. Last one, twist and round. Reach past your foot, but push yourself into a twist and reach even further back with that free arm. Roll up, sit tall, come center, and rest. Let's go into some back extension. I'm gonna move my mat a little bit just so I can keep a better look on you guys. Okay, so you're on your stomach. This is swan. Let's be conservative today and keep your feet hip width apart. If you feel like you want an extra challenge, let your heels come together, but let's say for today, the feet can be a little open. Bend your elbows so that your palms are right next to your rib cage. And that position already should help you feel like your upper to mid back is working. You'll keep your elbows squeezing together. Squeeze your bottom so your abs lift off the mat. And then without lifting your upper body yet, just lift your hands off the mat so that your elbows go up. Once your hands are in space, lift your chest. Careful it doesn't come from your neck exclusively. It comes from your upper back. Then push into the floor to get a little bit more lift out of it. And then try to hold your new position by lifting your hands. And then rest everything back down. Your hands come up first, then your upper back. And again, be mindful it's not coming from your neck. Then you get to push into the floor to help you get a little more lift out of it. Squeeze your bottom, pull in your stomach muscles, and then lift your hands, try to hold it. And rest. One more time. Hands come up first. Then your upper back. Push down into the floor. Lift your hands and hold it. And rest. Take a quick child's pose. So just push yourself back over your heels. And then next up, we're going to do a forearm plank. So curve your toes underneath you and then press yourself out so that you're on your forearms and you can take one hand in the other fist. Squeeze your bottom and hollow out your waist. So even if your back appears a little round, it's better than you letting your low back fall towards the floor. So squeeze your glutes, allow your upper back to round a little bit. You're going to lift your front leg off the floor, keeping your hips square, and then bend your knee, kick your seat twice, stretch it straight, and then lower back down. Same thing, the back leg lifts while the hips stay square. Feel the glutes and hamstrings. Kick your seat twice, stretch your leg, put it down. Front leg up, kick, kick, stretch, and down. Back leg up, kick, kick, stretch, and down. Now we'll go quicker. Front, front, step, back, back, step, front, front, back, back. Keep the working knee higher than the stabilizing knee. And back, back, One more. And back, back, step. Just tuck your knees in underneath you. And you can rest into a child's pose one more time. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And then roll up. You'll rise up so that you're high onto your knees. And this is called thigh stretch. I'm actually going to face you because you don't want your knees wider than the hips. Come hip width apart, and then I want you to imagine that you're trying to squeeze your knees together. So I'm not actually picking them up. They're in the same spot essentially, but I activate my inner thighs just to squeeze towards my midline. So next up, here you are, belly in, glutes on, squeeze your knees towards your midline, and then hinge back, staying straight as an arrow. Come right back up. Inhale back, squeeze at the knees, pull your stomach in, squeeze at the knees more to come back up. You feel the whole hip area just kicking like crazy. Go 2 more times, hinge back. And come up, work the glutes. Last time, hinge back. Go a little further, a little further, a little further. Come all the way up and rest. All right. Neck pull. So take a seat, and you want to be positioned so that were you to lie down, your head wouldn't be off the mat, so be a little forward. You can bend your knees to begin. Lie all the way down, and for now, take your hands behind your head with your feet flexed but your knees bent. And actually bend them, but not quite so tight as I was just showing. So longish at the knees, but certainly bent. Then come on up, round forward, let your head tip down between your knees, roll up to a straight back, and then round right through your gut and your lower back. Round all the way down, touch your head. Round right back up, head between your knees. Roll up, sit tall, curl your hips to lie back down. Go again, up and forward, and up and down. Last time, and forward, and up, and down. Try the whole thing 3 more times with your legs straight. Here we go, up and forward. Roll up, lie down, up and forward. Roll up, lie down. Last time, forward, up, roll down, and rest. All right, shoulder bridge. So I'm gonna inch my way down my mat just a bit more, but bend my knees really far in now so that you don't want your knees forward of your ankles. Some people have that mobility, but you don't want your legs really kind of pushing away from you either. So imagine that your knees are right over your ankles, not in front of them, not behind them. Your arms are long by your side, your knees and legs are hip width. Start from your tailbone and your glutes, roll your back up so that you arrive in a straight line from shoulder, hip to knee. Take a second just to eyeball your knees. They shouldn't be open. They should be jutting straight forward in 2 parallel lines. For now, just roll right back down. Go again, curl from the tailbone, roll up, feel the stretch at the front of your thighs, feel the work underneath your thighs. Press into your upper arms, and then we'll move on. So stretch your front leg forward, keeping the hips still. Kick it up 5 times. 5, up, 4, up, 3. Your hips are staying square and still. Last time, bend your knee, change feet, left leg in. Lift it up, and 5, and 4. Pull in your stomach, keep pushing into your supporting heel. 2, 1. Let's go 1 more time each leg. Right leg up, or front leg I should say, for 5. Push into your supporting heel, that's where the work is. 2, 1. Bend your knee, change legs, and up, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, replace your foot, Lift both hips a little higher, and then slowly roll down, one bone at a time. Take a little break by tucking your knees in. You can draw little circles around to the side, and then to the back. And I have to say that's one thing about shoulder bridge. As much as we're trying only to use the legs, it's still really easy to overuse your back a little bit. So that's where this stretch is coming in. Even for me, who's been doing this for 11, 12 years, I still feel like I don't do that exercise perfectly. All right, so let's go into side kicks. Line your body up so that your elbow, shoulders, and hips are all on the back edge of your mat. Your legs are a little forward, so you're kind of making a long L shape, and your top hand is just kind of helping you like a little kickstand so that you can better able stabilize your upper body. So starting up and down with your top leg, you're going to turn the leg in as the leg goes up. Feel how your glute med is working like crazy right here. Then turn out, lower back down. Really simple, but hard. So 9 more. Heel up. Toes are up on the way down. And 8. And 7. And 6. Keep your hips still. Keep your torso still. Go 3. And 2. And 1. Hold the 1. Point your foot and just come parallel. At the high end of your range of motion, you're going to draw 5 small little circles. And really push down with your supporting leg. And then reverse those 5 circles. You're parallel, but you're at the high end of your range of motion. Go back the first direction, 5 more. Your outer hip should be really tired already. 2, 1, reverse, back, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way back down. Then lift back up hip height, kick to the front. Kick, kick, and then to the back. Kick, kick. Here we go. Front, front, back, back. Front, front, back, back. Go 3 more times, keeping your torso dead still. That's the objective here. Last 2. Back and back. Last time. And back and back. Come forward and hold. Big grand rond de jambe. Take that leg all the way up, as far back behind you as you can get it. And then do it 2 more times. There's always that little hump kind of towards the back where the leg just doesn't quite make the arc perfectly. Unless you're a Gumby. Come back to center and then reverse it. So go as far to the back as you can. Start your upward lift. Spin the thigh in the socket to get that leg around. 2 more times. Back, up and around. Come together. Bring your feet back a little bit. Keep your heels together so you're slightly turned out, and lift up 10 times from here. And 9, 8, 7, 6. If you keep your heels together, you should actually really feel it in your inner thigh of the bottom leg. 4, and 3, and 2. Hold 1, 3 little circles. 2, 1. You should feel this in your obliques on that top side. Back it up. 2, and 1, and rest. Take your hands behind you. Swivel your legs all the way up and around, and we'll go to the other side. So, just as a reminder, your elbow, your shoulder, and your hips are all along the back edge. Your feet go to the front edge. For now, your feet are flexed. And part of that is because your bottom leg is really going to push into the floor, which helps you stabilize your whole system. So here we go. Turn in on the way up, turn out on the way down, heel to heel. Heel goes up, toe goes up as the leg goes down. 8 more. 8, and lower, and 7. Keep your top hip still, by the way. And 6, and 5. So you shouldn't have any wiggling in your waist. Go 3, and 2, and 1, lower it all the way, then come up to your top range of motion, point the foot but be parallel in the leg so it's no longer turned in. Give me 5 small circles at your high end range of motion. And then reverse. Eyeball your hips. See that they're stacked and see that your top hip hasn't turned in or out. Reverse the 5 circles again. Go front. 3, 2, 1, and go back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Thank goodness. Take a mini break here and then lift your top leg hip height. We'll do the kicks front to back. Remember to use this hand. It's there to help you. Kick front, front, back, back. Go 5 more sets. Back, back. If you're feeling really confident here, you can always test yourself by taking that top arm back and see how you do. Last 2. And last time. And then grand rond de jambe. Definitely return your hand if you did take it up. Go forward, up, work through your highest end range of motion. Go around 2 more times. So we're doing 3 each direction. 1 more. Come back to center, reverse it, back. Then keep the leg behind you while you start to lift it up, and then it must circle around eventually. 2 more. And last time. Come back foot to foot. Thank goodness that's over with. Bring your legs back a little bit, heels together, lift up 10 times. And 9, 8, 7, 6, keep pushing up with the inner thigh of your bottom leg while you're really pulling into the obliques of your top side. Go 3, 2, hold 1. Now you've got your 3 circles each direction. And reverse. Go back, 2, 1, and rest. All right, let's do a little bit of a stretch. You'll need it after all of that. Figure 4 stretch. Just pick whichever leg you want to stretch first. I don't have much of a preference, but bring your foot over the opposite knee and then grab behind that thigh and pull it in nice and tight. And actually keep this foot flexed. It just keeps the ankle in a better position. And then pull this knee in close. But meanwhile, you're still trying to get your tailbone on the floor. So I'm not going to pull it in so much that my hips lift. I'm going to pull it in and at the same time try to push my tailbone and my seat towards the mat so that my back stays long. And then reverse sides. So other leg in position. You'll flex the foot that's on the other knee. Hold the thigh in of the opposite leg. Feel the length in your back, all the way from the back of your neck to your tailbone. And just hold. Let's go 1 more moment here. And then shake it out. Next up is like the quintessential Pilates exercise of all the photos you've ever seen. But just keep in mind when you do it, it's not about the pose. It's about how you get in and out of it. So this is teaser. Start with your legs tabletop. And actually even start with your hands behind your thighs, just for our first one. The legs are active, however, they're going to push forward. So you've got your hands behind your thighs. You can start by lifting your chest. Push your legs into your grip so that you can come up and catch a balance. It's really similar to rolling like a ball. Once you're there, see if you can let go. You've kept your knees bent, but your knees are going to stay still in space. They're not going to swing with you. Roll back to your shoulder blades. If you need to grab your legs again to come up, do it. Just let go when you get there. Roll back. 3rd time, come on up. Hold your position, and this time round through your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and rest. So as we go on, You can do what we just did, or you can follow along with what I do. So your head and your shoulders lift back up. Your legs are either tabletop, your hands might be here. If you want more, stretch your legs straight, stretch your arms straight. Roll up. Remember, it's not about this position, it's how you get in and out of it. So round through your lower back. Take your time to feel every single bone touch the mat. End up at your shoulder blades, come right back up. Roll back to your shoulder blades, come right back up. Third time, roll back, and then you can tuck your knees in and rest. Third time, same stuff. Set yourself up in your choice position there. Your legs are either straight or you're holding behind your thighs. Roll up, reach beyond your toes, not to your toes, actually above them. Curl from your tailbone, curl from your pelvis. That's where it starts. Touch your shoulder blades and then come right back up. Hollow out your waist. Sit behind your tailbone, not on your sit bones. Roll back to your shoulder blades. Come back up. One more time. Roll back. Your legs stay still in space. You come back up. Little grand finale here if you want. Tap your toes and roll down and rest. Shake it out. After teaser, we have to completely reverse the muscle groups that worked, which is where swimming comes in. So flip over onto your stomach. You're gonna stretch out as long as you can. Long fingertips, long toes. For now, you can even put your forehead down. Squeeze your bottom so that you feel your hips tip into the mat and your abs lift. Then, just to warm up to it, lift your front arm and your back leg. Put them down. Lift your back arm and your front leg. Put them down. Now lift all body parts, your arms and both legs and your chest. Do the same thing, front arm, back leg. Then back arm, front leg. And then switch, 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 until eventually you're going for a swim, but you're reaching as far forward with your fingertips as you can. Your toes are reaching as far back as you can, and your knees are completely straight. Keep going. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one. Big breath in. And big breath out. And rest. You can push yourself back into a child's pose. And that's a big one. That's a lot of back work. So just add a little side bend to it. It should feel nice. And then to the back, just stretching out one side of your back a little bit more than the other at a time. You can go back to the front. Even use your front hand to push yourself into a little bit of a twist. And then go to the back. Use your back hand to push into the floor and give yourself a little bit of a twist. All right, we're getting close to a grand finale here. So this is called leg pull down. I've got the bottoms of my toes on the mat coming from a child's pose, and then I'm gonna push out to a plank. Then hold a sturdy plank. Again, it's okay if your back is a little rounded. Notice I'm not sunken here. I'm really pushing the floor away. Pick up your front leg. Rock forward and back in your other foot. 2, 3. Leg goes down, change sides. 3, 2, 1. Foot down, change sides. 3, 2, 1, and change. 3, 2, 1. Foot down. Just rest on your knees. And then flip around so that your hands are, heels of your hands facing back, fingertips facing forward. And for now, just keep your feet flat with your knees a little bent. Bend your elbows and then push the floor away with your hands. Give me 9 more. This stretches the chest and it works your triceps. Don't use your core to lift you here. It's like one of the few times I'll say that. You can still keep your stomach in tight, but all of the movement is coming from the arms. Go 3 and 2 and 1, hold. See if next you can put your weight into your feet and then push your hips up. Do the same thing. Bend and straighten your arms 10 times. 9, 8, 7. I'm actually lifting my toes a little bit, so my weight's in my heels. Go 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lift your hips higher. Put your feet down. Tuck up one leg. Lift it to the ceiling. Kick it 3 times. 1 and 2 and 3. Foot down. Other leg tucks in and up. Kick it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Foot down. Lift your hips up one final time. Roll your back down. And just make your way down slowly. Tuck your knees in. Give your legs a little circle side to side. And then back to the other side. And then rock up to sit. Face camera, but position your feet so that they're off to one side. What it looks like from the side, it's actually called mermaid. So if you know the famous statue, that might help. But your feet are pretty much stacked, one on top of the other. They can be staggered a little. If you notice, my knees are staggered a little. But you'll hold on to your ankle. Lift your other arm up and use this hand to pull yourself into a big yummy side stretch. Should feel really good. Keep your top arm towards your temple. If it's out here, you're not getting as big of a stretch. So all the way to your temple, and then lift up. Go 2 more times. Lift through your center first, and then add a side bend. And come back. One more time, up and over to the side. Get a little deeper than you did your first couple stretches, and then come all the way down for a counter stretch onto that forearm where your first arm goes all the way up. Take it over to your temple, and then come all the way up. Your hands can come behind you just to adjust your feet over. Then we'll do the other side. So you're holding onto your ankle, pulling it in tight. Naturally, this hip will be a little lifted, but you're trying not to let it lift. You're trying to reach into the floor with that hip. Other arm up, get a strong grip. Pull yourself into a side bend with your top arm by your temple. Notice if this shoulder shrugs, try to keep it down. And come up 2 more times. Find your lift first, and then side bend. Increasing the stretch each time. Come back up, 3rd time. Come up through your center first, then add the bend on top of it. And think that the bend isn't going down towards the floor, it's going up and out. So your energy never collapses. It's always lengthening and lifting. And then come all the way down onto your forearm. And let's just do one more little stretch since we're right here at the end. Bring the soles of your feet together. You can hold on either to your toes or your ankles, whatever helps you get the best grip. And just lengthen your torso forward towards your feet. So you're getting a lot of length through your lower back, even maybe a feeling of tractioning. And then tilt your body over one side and push the other knee down. And use that push to, again, give you a little bit more length through your lower back on that side, as well as a hip opener. And then second side, push your knee down. Feel that line of stretch on your back. And then come back to middle. And you guys are all done. Yay! Thank you so much, everyone.